comes the axe! Prove yourself!
Super tough lane. They're coming in with the supports now. Bounty's lurking. He does have an Orb of Venom, but the snowball aggressively played onto FZFZ, and they're going to actually bring him down here. First blood goes to EVOS as the Thunderstrike takes the Tusk back, and CZY tries to...
Very easy laning phase. That's why you picked the hero.
And then mid lane, 12-4, SF is more than doubling up on the CS, but with another quick snowball in, the shards and the death of SF tries to trade back on Viper, but the salve will come up because you don't want to be laning an SF against the Tusk. But honestly, I feel like you have to put one of your supports here. Like, they started Disruptor in the mid lane, but another snowball. SF's gonna die again. Viper and Tusk making Yamato in top lane. How can they help mid lane? And then who's going to help KYXY as he dies bot lane? Every single lane here from New Beginning is falling apart at the seam. So who does have to be careful here. With the level 2 wild axes, Beastmaster is very capable of dishing out some big damage values, but with the Monkey and Bounty finally collapsing on that hero mid lane at the same time, Viper solo kill. But so often the caveat is that you have another lane or 4 other heroes that can go out, make action happen. He will try and trade here, the bounty for the Viper in mid. So that's step 1 for SF's comeback, as Viper does finally die.
It's something. It's like the first good thing that's happened for him this game.
And trouble is Underlord having difficulties. Bounty reveals himself bottom, and I feel like that may have been a mistake. Yep, he dies. Disruptor comes in. He might want to go for a bit of a chain feed.
But as a result, they wasted a lot of time. And now I think it's Disruptor that's going to die. Yep.
Oh dear. Caught with a TP going. They're looking for top lane. Bounty lurking. Trying to catch onto him. Flip-flop. Just holds the line here. We'll get Boundless struck. Couple of hits in with the final raise, and there is the Shadow Fiend getting involved. Everyone played Dota 1. Definitely, definitely. Monkey King can't jump up onto a tree thanks to Snowball, but might have bought himself enough time with that Boundless Strike. The trouble is, Viper has arrived. Realizing that if Shadow Fiend can gank the movement onto Luna, Monkey King and Disruptor both arriving and no time for the Eclipse to come out. She will loosen Beam, but the damage is already done. And Monkey King, kind of a disappointment, honestly. Now the Beastmaster comes down, but I guess the call was that no one can help Luna, so she just gave up.
But sometimes you're about to die. It's inevitable. Okay, Monkey, speaking of inevitable, I think he's going to die.
That one hit from Viper secures it. Battle Fury queued up, but Tusk and AA, again, it's this support duo. Them alone, they didn't even need the Luna there, and they killed them.
He feels like, you know, if I don't go for Battle Free, I'm never going to scale back into the game. But in order to go for Battle Free, he leaves himself vulnerable. He can't buy any of those smaller items. This game is going to be very...
He knows. I think he caught a glimpse of the Monkey King or the Disruptor. They will Static Storm, but Viper with 3 points in Corrosive Skin, I don't think he's dying here. Radiant's Courier does get sniped out mid lane. No items on it, but the glimpse back will keep DC alive for 1 second longer, but they'll get the SFTP out, which is the most important thing there. But still, this is front foot forward. This is New Beginning, putting themselves into a position where they want to fight, going in onto one hero, losing a Disruptor, and then losing your Bounty mid to an Eclipse pin. With that Boundless Strike, the damage is coming through. They need to land that long-range raise. They get it as well, but the turnaround, Shuriken finally finishes it off. Luna's down, but it's again another trade that goes the way of the Raiden as the AA looking to solo kill the SF here. Everything that a 5-pos could dream of. They will go for the Requiem from the Invis. Viper hit with the strike, and down he goes. This is a good fight as the Ice Blast flies, but Flip-Flop dies inside the Static Storm. Shadow Fiend still alive somehow, turns to fight, but will finally fall. But a huge fight. 4 for 1. New Beginning.
He's going to... Yep, here's my point being made for me, because... Killed.
Accent. Or all the words that you're saying, you know?
I'll go with that. It's not actually the microphone, it's just that I'm in this huge room.
Oh, here we go. Requiem again. Shadow Fiend in a very dominant position as DC does zone back the Viper and the Tusk. Shadow Fiend bounty both escaping.
A little worried about the Monkey King, but if he can just stay alive for the next few minutes.
Speaking of Monkey King staying alive the next few minutes, unfortunately for him, this time EVOS, they are their group.
If you're under farmed, like, he doesn't have any way to keep himself alive.
Well, they find the
He's
bounty.
supposed to be looking for. He's supposed to have his second item. He's supposed to have Battle Fury +1 at this stage.
Yeah, it's like Battle Fury Yasha or like Battle Fury half a BKB or something, right? They will finally find this Shadow Fiend as he farms jungle. A well-placed Ice Blast.
I don't think there's time.
And they find the bounty as well. So even with that little bit of vision the Dire had, they're trying to contest little by little here. Underlord Shadow Fiend still lurking in the area as the damage onto KYXY. Even with that Dark Rift going.
Sometimes teams do that when they're not used to, they don't have their flow. But it could just also be that they're pretty far behind. They don't have the kind of items they're used to having at this stage in the game. But that Mirage is also very, very scrappy. Like, they lost 2 heroes for no reason at all.
And they lose another one bottom. Maybe even 2 if they want to push it a little further. Static Storm seems a little wasted as the Ice Blast, Roar, everything on top, piling in one by one. New beginning die. Nothing to say, back towards Fountain. Just a touch more damage will finish him off, but they've already lost the full lane of Rack's bottom, and they're going to shift towards mid, aren't they? With the Spirit Vessel going, they do move towards Bounty Hunter. Wild Axes and the Poison Attack will take down the third hero in this push. A good Tusk Snowball. Does he have a way out? No blink. So he'll be dragged back towards that Dire Fountain and finally killed. But a